Sets up local recording again.
Are you going to be keeping the very quiet, long, sexual intro?
Yes, I will keep the long sexual intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Pokemon Olympia League podcast. Take 2, because Miles is a cock.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's the nastiest thing I've ever seen Miles do, ever.
He's mean, he hates me. Right, so we've got a lot to talk about, because literally the day after, like the day I posted last week's podcast, Nintendo went, oh, here's a fucking trailer with 6 billion pieces of information in it. So we're going to try and go over as much as we can, and have a good time blathering about it. But first, before we go on, because if you check your handy running orders, Geneset codes are now available from Game. We popped along today and picked up a bunch of them, so I've got a few for you guys there, so get down between now and the 24th of November and get your Genesect. And then the final mythical Pokemon, Meloetta, is going to be available from the 1st of December to download through your device. So you can pick up that one, and then that will then cover you, if you've been picking them all up, like we all have, I assume.
Yeah.
That'll then cover you for all the versions, apart from Craig, apparently. And Josh.
Wait, what?
Have you missed picking any of the
Wait, I
mythicals
think
up?
I missed one of them, and that's it.
I've only got 2.
I've
only got 2? Wow.
And by that I mean I've only got 2 codes. I haven't put them on 3DS yet.
Right, well the rest are all invalid now.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. So everybody but Josh is on the ball here. Josh is obviously Craig, sorry.
And Craig.
And Craig. Josh is a bit more on the ball, but
Yeah.
Craig is.
Yeah.
He's looked so much the same. It's difficult to days apart. Anyway, so you get Meloetta, download it for the 1st to 24th of December even. And let's get this out of the way because it's fucking sorted as well. Krogant got announced for Pokemon Arcade, which is great for all the people in Japan who are playing Pokken in the arcade. We might get a release, but CJ was sharing an interesting wee theory on why he thinks we've not seen any of these characters appear on the Wii U version.
I think they're going to release a Switch version.
We were talking about it
Oh,
earlier.
that's an idea.
Yeah.
Because it basically runs in a similar way to how Pokken runs on just now, where you need 2 machines to run locally for Ethernet and get matches.
Sort of lends itself to the idea that you can take it to parties.
Yeah,
All the guys stop playing basketball to play basketball.
that Switch
On the
trailer was
computer.
amazing. But yeah, so they're hints towards putting it on there. It's got a strong case for it, and I could definitely see it revitalising the service, because for a system that's designed to link with other ones and they're very quickly pushing it seems to be anyway, very easy to make 2 devices work together. It would make sense that Pokken would be something they want to push on it, as obviously they're still supporting it in the arcade. So yeah, right, that's all the sort of bullshit and gubbins that nobody cares about. Let's get into the fucking trailer. So look at that bitchin' piece of shit notes that I made for everybody. So
Wow.
yeah,
Overwhelming.
I might take pictures and then show nobody because I'm lazy, but we've got like a page and a half of notes on all the stuff, which I graciously stole from the headline news of the Cerebi website. So big props to Cerebi for putting everything in a handy format.
Oh, they
that I
always
can
do.
steal and tweak.
They always do.
So first up, we'll start off with the starter final evolutions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have new starter evolutions, and they're fucking boss. And I called it, we've got a Fire Dark one for Incineroar.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried about the dark and fighting, but I think
Fire
they were
fighting.
fire and fighting, but then fire and dark still quite cool, and people were like, but it's a wrestler, it should be firefighting. I thought, there's no pleasing these people.
I've got
I think maybe they reacted to the new people going, oh no, we don't want another firefighting, and then they're like, well, we've already made it. It's Fire Dark. It's Fire Dark, boys. And then they're like, we'll give it a lariat. Uh-oh.
Fire Dark puts it in a good position for lore-wise, because if you pick that in a Sun game, I'm sure you're going to run into a bunch of Psychic picks, because a lot of the new Alolan forms are either like Psychic or Dark or like Dragon.
Well, if you're saying that, all 3 of them would be very good against Psychic,
Well,
wouldn't they?
Primarina is going to have the biggest advantage because it's going to be smashing all the Dark types with it.
Also, water fairies are quite a solid type in this. Very few things. I mean, you're neutral to steel.
Yep.
Neutral to steel. You've got to worry about grass and electric, but then again, you've got
That being said,
poison, and that's really it.
there are an abundance of electric types, very powerful hitting as well.
Yeah.
So electric and bug are going to be the 2 that I'll be watching most closely in the coming meta. But yeah, so Primarina, the water fairy, actually looks really good. I was a bit worried with that middle evolution, looked a bit wonky, but this one actually looks like the kind of Pokemon I'd run. I won't choose it because I can't decide between Decidei or Decidueye. Is that what we settled on?
Well,
Decidueye.
it's probably going to, we're going to call it Decidueye, and it'll appear in the anime as Decidueye in the
Aye,
anime.
yeah.
Like everybody's going Ferrothorn, and in the anime it's Ferrothorn.
We're going to end up calling it that fucking arrow guy. Fucking that's been the same plan.
Robin
But-
Hood.
Yeah. So he's kind of appealing to me just because I like this new unique move, his Spirit Shackle, which looks like it stops Pokemon from switching out, but I think it also damages as well.
Which
Yeah.
is good.
Because it looks like they all do a damaging move and some kind of status thing.
That could stop Eevee from doing Battle Pass if it does
Oh,
learn
that
for its
the evil
Yeah.
boost, yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see the amount of things that are unlock stuff down, because there are Pokemon changing forms as they get halfway, and there's going to be a lot more movement between
Now
things.
that's clever. Think about, I don't know, I've already mentioned Passimian in the last one, but think about the things you can do if it gets stuck with a poor ability, because you've knocked out the other thing on the field. Just keep it in there. You've got sitting duck pretty much, you know, a sitting monkey. Better describe it as that, but there's so many ways you can use that.
Yeah. Well, all of them are. I'm finding Incineroar's Darkest Lariats reminds me of is basically getting a critical hit in X and Y, because in X and Y if you crit it ignores stat changes. So that having a move like that will purposely ignore them. Typing's going to be the issue, because if it's I'm assuming it's going to be a dark attack, but
Yeah.
it could also be a fire one,
Yeah.
or it might be a combination.
Yeah,
as long as it's not fighting, that's going to.
You know, they might.
Don't think it will be
I'm
fighting.
wondering if there's the Holucha's flying press was flying and fighting, and I'm wondering if there's going to be more of those kind of dual type attacks.
Yeah.
'Cause Darkest Lariat might end up being fire and dark, which is interesting. And if Primarina and Decidueye's moves are like dual typed as well, it could be really interesting. Maybe that's the secret that was announced in Coro.
Yeah, that could be good.
Because that's not gone any further. That was the kind of
One I'm still struggling with is Primarina's Sparkling Area. I get that it heals burns, but that seems to be the assumption that there's going to be a lot of Pokemon running like guts and things like that. That's where I would think that someone's going to be purposely
if you
burning.
think about like
Or doubles. For like your person, the Pokemon
Yeah,
next to
but
you.
it's
Yeah.
an attack,
Yeah.
so it does damage and then
well,
so
I'm
you're
thinking if you had, again, I'm going to bring up Jinx or like Jellicent with water absorb, dry skin, stuff like that. If you're on the doubles team, hit them with a move and not only they're going to heal their health, they're going to lose their burn status as well. Very situational, but really interesting. You can kind of base the team around it. And I think if I think about how important it was this year for me in VGC just to burn opposing threats like Mega Mawile.
yeah.
If you had it's not going to do too much damage, but if Primarina was able to heal that burn on a Mega Mawile,
Does it all work like smelling salt then? Or
Yeah.
if
Well, it hits and
or if
wakes
it
up.
takes off the burn, does smelling salt not like do more damage?
Asleep,
You're
yeah.
asleep with it,
I
yeah.
always saw that as being useful for more for rest talk teams. If your opponent's rest talking and you hit them with smelling salts, you're going to
some
do extra
damage,
damage and wake them up so that they're like not sitting there having to dick around.
totally, yeah.
There might be an item that if you hit you hit with a sparkling area, and it could be that it doesn't do the damage against you, but it still heals you.
Well, maybe something like safety goggles where you can avoid being put to sleep or you can avoid weather damage. Who knows?
Well, one thing to
There's
keep
going to
in
be
mind is
loads of
that
new things.
Primarina is supposed to be more of a defensive build, so it might not have the stats to do damage with it.
It's got a wonderful defensive typing as well.
So, where are we thinking now? We now know everything about the starters. Where are we leaning?
Oh, Decidueye, I think. Just because Spirit Shackle and just thinking if it could just shut down Eevee.
It's going to be useful, and the grass ghost typing is. Well, I was going to say unique, but there's tons of them.
Yeah.
But for a starter, it's definitely unusual, and I like its design. I think it's because like Incineroar, it's cool, but it's basically like Tiger Mask.
Yeah, it was pretty much like little cat, look there it is, or slightly older, meaner looking cat, then standing up wrestler cat.
Makes sense.
There was no gym being visited part of the way through, it was just little cat, slightly bigger, mean cat, wrestler cat.
Everybody
standing.
knows that's how cats grow up anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that how your cat?
That's my
grew up?
cats. All my cats are
I am cats anyway, that's how they do it.
They're Iams cats because they live longer than regular cats. So obviously they use that extra time to bulk up. What about you,
that was
Josh?
Incineroar, just because of the type, and it's just a good type in, and the move looks interesting.
Yeah. CJ.
Probably Primarina, it doesn't matter, because you know what I'm going to be doing when the game's out, and it's not going to involve any of these shitwater Pokemon.
But you'll need to keep an eye out for them now because that.
Just waiting for Swampert to come.
No. We've got Team ZV. What we're going to do is we're going to Z-boost Eevee, baton pass into no guard Machamp and punch the fuck out of
Oh,
everything.
brilliant!
We're gonna ban them, so he's just like super
And
fast.
what else have we got?
By the way,
what's the other tech we've got in there? The orangutan boy. He's got to be like Paul doing our punch. Machamp's gonna be like,
I
love it.
There might be too many turns for it, but definitely baton
Aye,
pass.
it does seem like a slow, clunky play, but if it works, I'll make a YouTube video of it and make millions.
Aye, definitely. Get advertising on that.
Fuck you, Pimp Knight. I've got the best.
What about you, Mister? I don't like to do the popular thing.
Oh well,
That would seem Primarina, but
yeah. Well, see like I was saying there about Incineroar becoming a kind of bipedal wrestler cat for no reason, and then Primarina starts off as like Little Happy Seal wearing a bed valance, and then Drag Queen Seal.
it's like Mega Maki Z.
It is a wee bit, yeah. And I think
Well,
like we had Decidueye being like Little Owl liked to kind of look at you when he was fighting. He had a bow tie on. Then he turned into kind of millennial emo butler owl, and then Robin Hooked.
Aye, I love that hood though. It looks kind of menacing. Like
Yeah.
like the only hints of the ghost in him are around his eyes. Like
Yeah.
he's basically like the Green Arrow. He's just got like a hood and then like a little fucking.
Overall,
like,
out of all of
domino
them,
mask.
like I remember in X and Y, I traded away the Fergider I had because I wanted an Axew for almost no reason, and I'm going to probably do that again with somebody who wants to trade away all the starters, and then I'll start with something completely random, but then I'll try and collect them, and I'll try and come back to them. But I'm interested in Primarina because I've recently been using things on Wi-Fi battles because I love the item, the Binding Band. It's great. Like I've been using an Empoleon that will trap things in with Whirlpool. It's also got Scald. No, it's not Scald. Sorry, Ice Beam, Rest. I know because that's just not fair. And Aqua Jet to kind of chip the health away from things. And what I've realised is that a lot of the water types that have come out, aside from like Greninja, have been reasonably quite bulky. Even Feraligatr was quite bulky. And a Binding Band set, I can see Primarina learning maybe Whirlpool, and then just using Hyper Voice to death, the other things. And
There's a lot of things for shutting down Hyper Voice now. There's
I know there's
abilities that stop it. Like
abilities
that.
and the
Apparently
throat chop
that
and
move
stuff
throat
like
chop
that.
as well.
But I think out of all of them, Primarina's really interesting because I think it just looks bulky. It looks like it better be now that I'm thinking about these ideas for it. But I think it might lend itself quite good to a Binding Band set with Scald, Whirlpool, maybe a recovery move like Aqua Ring, and something for coverage on it. So looking at and that, I mean, eventually I want to have all of them anyway. But Primarina, I think. I mean, who could not hate a Drag Queen Seal? No one.
And lastly, Reese, what are you thinking?
Well, Incineroar, more or less, always been a fan of the fire types for starters.
Right, so that is you mean to go on then. I like it, excellent.
Plus, it's interesting to see a dark fire.
It's good to see everyone's kind of, now we've got a bit more information, beginning to look at team building and sort of what ideas we've got there. So I think it's going to be really fun, as always. I'm mad hyped for it. So on to the next section, the Island Guardians. Now this part I find most interesting because in X and Y I think I was the only person experimenting with terrains locally.
I
had that Torterra build there we did a while back.
Vulcan Smash.
Vulcan Smash. So I've always thought that there could be use to it, but like with weather before, not having something that sets it when it comes in means you've got to waste a turn, and when you're in doubles that can be a killer. But now we've got all these Guardians, so we're going to go through them all quickly, just kind of talk about them all. The most interesting thing though is that they're all part fairy, so that's cool, but it also means that you're just going to start rocking fucking poison types and fire
there's
types.
a real heavy fairy kind of saturation now.
Well, there wasn't a lot of fairy in X and Y, to be fair.
But in fairness, like there isn't a lot of there's quite an abundance of water types. There's a lot of fire types, but Ghost as well. It's one of those types where you think, right, now they've kind of thrown out just everything's got a fairy type. It's what's that thing? It's a
something fairy.
It's something fairy.
That's pretty much the design reach for it.
But I think that as you say, we'll see a bit of steel and a bit of a poison out there.
Metagross is available from the leaks. Metagross is available, so that's going to be a real threat again in this because you don't have to worry about like Mega Kangaskhan and things like that. And apparently, I've not been able to confirm it yet. Apparently, Steel's got its resistances to Psychic and Dark back, which is going to make it broken as fuck in next gen. So I don't know, I haven't confirmed it, but if it has got them back, It's definitely going to make Metagross top tier.
You know what that means? Bronzong can come back as well. Because
right,
everybody's like, what's Bronzong? Oh, it's a bell with a face. That used
So
to.
the main games with heatproof and levitate.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
it used to be like with Bronzong, especially at Lucian and the Sinnoh Elite Four. You spend ages just punching the Bronzong to death, and you think I can't hit it with Ghost or Dark, or don't know if it's going to levitate over this earthquake or it's going to resist this fire punch. And I think that will get an opportunity. I mean, it's not in the decks, but hey.
Right, so Tapu Koko, that was the first one released. This is Electric Fairy and it's got the ability Electric Surge. So it puts Electric Terrain down. First one that we saw, it's pretty boss looking. They all look like weird pinata eggs with faces, which I quite like. But the Electric Terrain, this is good because anything that's on the ground, so if you levitate or fly, you don't get affected for it. You wake up if you're asleep and you can't be put to sleep. And there's some conjecture on it because Cerebi says it doesn't, but Bulbapedia says it does. There's a possibility that it also boosts electric type attacks by up to 50%.
Nice.
So again, I've not been able to nail that down because I'm getting conflicting reports. But with electric being very viable, more so now, you're going to be looking to hit, because a lot of things are weak to electric in this game just now, so that's going to make this one very
Lightning
popular.
Rod and Volt Absorb abilities as well, if you think about it.
Well, the
have a
new-
Jolteon out front, Eevees in the game, have a
Yep.
Jolteon out
And
front.
Olga, things like that.
Yeah, and everything, and Motor Drive as well, there's the other ability.
We could potentially see a lot of like things like Discharge, which hits everybody, but
Yeah.
being boosted by 50% to offset the reduction for hitting everybody. And that if you chuck that in with a Pokemon that's got like Motor Drive or something,
Yeah.
it'll take a boost from that, and you're boosting your team and attacking at the same time.
Think about Tapu Koko coming out, laying Electric Surge and then fucking off.
Well, that's the thing. I
and
don't
you've
know
got-
how long it'll last while it's
Yeah.
not
It'll only
there.
be around 5 turns.
I would
It's
say
usually
so,
5
yeah.
turns,
And if you
yeah.
think about it, like you've got a Jolteon on the field, something really fast like a Jolteon hits the discharge, something comes in that can benefit from it, Volt Absorb, Motor Drive, Lightning Rod, anything like that, and you're already building up a front line.
Yep.
You know, Tapu Koko doesn't have to be, I guess, doesn't have, and maybe I don't know what his stats are like, if it could become like reasonably
They
bulky.
look like they're going to be like fairly heavy hitters. I can see them starting up alongside like the legendary birds or like Raikou and
Yeah,
Entei
they
and stuff
look.
like that.
Yeah, they look like they could be a real mix between like
Don't
the
call
lake,
it a Caterpie a Guardian.
the lake guardians, like you know, Mesprit, Uxie, and Azelf. But I also see them maybe being all like the forces of nature, like Tornadus, Thunderous, and who
Well,
you're bent for
I
Landorus.
can see that until they become available, which hopefully won't be for another year. Bank is coming, but the 2017 rules are only running on the Alola decks just now, so it's going to be late into next year before they guys
So we
return.
won't see Kangaskhan because it's not.
Mega Kangaskhan,
Oh, Mega.
but Kangaskhan's in it. So you'll still get like fake out Kangaskhan. but you're
Probably
not gonna
Life
get
Orb
OP.
as well.
Yeah, so they're still there, but they're not the threat that they were. It also means you won't see Mega Salamence, just be regular Salamence,
Which is
which
good.
is still pretty bad.
I was sick of the VGC of a Salamence coming in and just shouting at my team. With
Because,
hyper.
well, the thing is, you have to remember is it's still going to be using Intimidate, and it looks like there's going to be a fair few physical hitters there.
They're just a pain in the arse at coming in shouting, and then the team fainting because they were shouted at by this dragon with his hands in his sleeves. You know?
So next up we've got Tapu Lele, which is the Psychic Fairy one, and this is one of the new terrains, Psychic Surge. Now this is a weird one because it just stops priority moves.
Yeah.
They don't even like slow down, they just don't work. So I don't know if this is going to affect status moves, so pranksters.
Yeah.
There could be a big dent in
Yeah,
that.
well, when I saw this, and even though that Tapu Lele itself looks like, it kind of looks like a child that's fallen into 2 bowls of pink spaghetti, but when I saw it and I thought, you know what, that's the one I might be able to build a team around. I don't know why, with like Bruxish and other things, and Mordlol as well, the things that I decided I would probably catch when I played the game, as well as wanting to finally catch a Staryu as well. I thought, you know what, if I'm to build a VGC team, I think the Psychic Terrain's probably, because priority, as much as I countered it with VGC 2016, it's a pain in the balls, and I think it'd be great to do a lot of the slower things on a team that you could potentially have, or trapping is one of the ideas as well. I'll just give up my strategies just now, so anyone listening to this will know how to beat me soon. But I like the idea of totally stopping the speed game. Well, in the way of priority, you can prep.
Well, when you've
for-
got threats like Talonflame and stuff that are,
Yeah.
that are in the Alola decks,
Exactly.
priority is still a really dangerous thing. So being able to shut that down
You can imagine
worth
if
having
you're
a
pairing
Pokemon
that
in
with
there.
water as well, you've got the chance to scald that Kangaskhan that can't fake you out, can't sucker punch you. You're going to have to totally change its moveset. I bet you there'll be more defensive Talonflames, and a lot more people will be going for a more bulky Kangaskhan and all out attacking, which is interesting because then you can trap them in if they've not got that kind of that damage output. You can trap them with something that's quite bulky if Primarina turns out to be bulky, and Tapu Lele as well as Bruxish, all of that. So I think that's a brilliant way of playing. That's more of a psychic type, like if you think Masharna from 5th Gen, which is still one of my favourites, but Masharna didn't have anything priority and it always went last unless it set up a trick room.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it was bulky and very hard to get rid of, the same as Bronzong is. This kind of play helps because it means that people can't be coming in with the Brave Birds, they can't be hitting you with the sucker punches. They really have to think around it. They have to wear you down, but you're wearing them down.
Yeah, which is where there's a lot of the extra new setters, like for instance the new Poison Fire type that can poison Steel types.
Yeah.
So like things are going to be staying bulky, but there are Pokemon that will work around them. So for example, if you're running these kind of builds and you can't hit them with priority, and you're not being able to get your damage in before they can do stuff, and you're thinking, well, I have to try and play around this. There's now another option to poison or burn and things like that. So that's good. On to the next one is Tapu Bulu, which is Grass Fairy, because grass is bright.
Yeah.
Now Grass was the terrain I tried working with before, because when you're on any Pokemon on the ground, basically gets leftovers recovery. They get 1/16 to the health every turn for anyone on the ground, which is ridiculous because you're effectively healing your opponent.
Well, your build for Torterra was inspired, I thought, like really, really good.
Oh, that was the idea that you would use grassy terrain and leftovers and then bulk up, and then you would just set double healing and then bulking up, and then you could start stockpile and start doing loads of damage from that one. So that was just kind of rough ideas of playing with terrain there. Now that could be more viable because there's something that could come out and set that terrain, so I don't have to waste the turn putting it down. So that's good. It also boosts grass attacks by 50%. And again, with the amount of water and rock and things going around, grass could see usage from that. It's just, the terrains are really good in giving things that weren't as viable a chance now because it's shutting down the more popular options.
If you think about grass as well, always had the problem of being incredibly weak to popular types, but also having those weaknesses like poison, flying, ice, things like that. Moves that were quite popular even if the type of Pokemon itself wasn't that popular. What's interesting about grass types though is that the attacks can be really devastating, and they've all got a habit, like you can always trust a grass type on your team to have some kind of draining move or health recovery. And I think if you've got an entire team based around health recovery and sustain, and you've also got a grass type on the team that's going to benefit from it, I think you're going to see, Go-Goat's a brilliant example with the grass pelt ability.
Go-Goat's like a 50% boost.
Exactly, and it can still use Horn Leech and things like that. It's very hard to get rid of, and I'm saying this as somebody who uses a Tropius that only has Air Slash as its attacking move, but still I've swept away the other side of doubles teams on my own because as crap as it is protecting Leech Seed, but then having the harvest ability, so the sun's out. Are we going to see a sunny day, like a total like summer's day team with a grassy terrain, sunny day?
Because we could go with like a full-on bulkier Go-Goat now with like bulk up seeds and like the
If
Horn
you've got
Leech.
something running chlorophyll, you don't need to worry about giving it leftovers if you want to make it bulky.
Yeah.
Because you've got recovery down, then you've got the sun up, and suddenly you've got a Pokemon there that's like doubled its speed in chlorophyll, and it's got like the recovery from that, so you can start hitting a bit harder.
See, Tapu Bulu learns Leech Seed, sets up a couple of Leech Seeds regardless of its stats, It sounds good to me, and it's like you've said, Robert. It'd be a perfect counter to rain dance teams as well, because if there's a lot of water types there needing to benefit from the rain, and you bring out Tapu Bulu.
Well, the weather stat. So if you put a terrain down, it doesn't get rid of weather.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
it just gives you the
it's
that
going to
level
be
of
interesting
advantage.
for doubling them up. So the final one we've got is Tapu Fini, which is a water fairy one, and it's got Misty Surge. Now this one is one of my favourites of the terrains, but never could really make work. Because what this does is that any Pokemon, any grounded Pokemon, and I don't know why they make the distinction, presumably they don't want to be buffing flying type ones for some reason, but I suppose it's the ground only. But if you're on the ground, this one stops anybody getting a status condition, so you shut down anything like taunt, all the poisons, burns, it'll shut those down.
Everything.
I don't know if it cures them, but it prevents them. So
it's like Safeguard.
Yeah, basically for everybody on the field. And then what it also does is if anyone tries to use a dragon attack when they're on the ground, its power is reduced by 50%. So again, that's to everybody, but it means that dragons are weaker if they're grounded. Salamence won't be affected, mind, but other dragons like the new dragon fighting one will be. But that's probably relying on like different moves anyway for coverage. So that's quite definitely more defensively minded. That could go the opposite way from your Tapu Lele, in that you could stop people like taunting and things like that. But you'll still be free to use priority because they can't then get out and try and burn you or use like a prankster to get around it like that.
I think that is incredibly helpful towards fairy types as well. And given that there's a lot of Pokemon now in the 7th gen that they've all got that fairy type, I don't think it's going to stop fairy being powerful at all. And you're going to see a lot of it. But I'm thinking about how brilliant it is for things that are susceptible to dragons as well. Like, even as bizarre as it is, dragons themselves. But if you were to put a dragon on the team and you weren't looking to attack with it, you would need it to be bulky. Like just for example, Eviolite. It's Eviolite. The Eviolite is back.
That's assuming it's actually back.
I know it should be, but Eviolite Shell Gun, I use that just to reduce the speed of the opponent and then double team because I'm like that. But what it does is it becomes a focal point because you still have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that would be fantastic because it doesn't have to worry about dragon type attacks. As that's only one thing, but it's a really interesting point that you can actually counter the dragon weakness here, which is quite good.
Sorry,
I just found out that Tapu in Polynesian means curse.
Curse?
Yeah.
Ah.
Curse or voodoo.
That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of the I think it's Tapu means like kind of spiritual being, ghost, something.
Yeah,
like that.
and I think the reason why it's fairies because it's like guardian of an island. It seems like a fairy tale to like the islanders.
Yeah, well that's quite a good point.
Like a lore or legend.
Yeah. And they've all got their Z move as well, which is totally, to me, I think watching the first episode, I was like, well, Transformers, it's total like Headmasters.
Yeah. Like, get a giant, and I'm assuming the form will match whatever Pokemon you're using, but the colour will change. But I kind of like that it's just a big fist.
Yeah.
Wham.
The smile on the face of the once you've done
the
your
trainer's
kind of,
face, he was creasing himself.
once you've done like the kind
You don't know what's going to happen next. You know what's going to
bizarre,
happen. It's a yellow giant.
like the JoJo Bizarre Adventure pose that they're all doing. And then
By the way, Pikachu's Z move, you legit do like 5 different JoJo's poses while you activate it. You're like a fucking Power Ranger conversation with all these arms flailing. It's so
Power
good.
Ranger conversation, amazing.
It's perfect. Right, so that's all the new Guardians, and they're all pretty fucking sweet. So we've got a wee bit just talking about the new Pokemon, because they've released a new one, Cosmog, which is a psychic type. And rumours are that it may possibly be a pre-evolution of Solgaleo, the Sun cover Pokemon.
Is it?
Not confirmed, it might just be its own separate one.
Yeah.
But we have had that before with...
Is it not Lunala? Is it not Lunala? I could be wrong.
Is it? No, because that's the what the fuck is his name? Cosmog is the one that's like a little smog with the two clouds. But there's another. Well, actually, no, you might be right. Actually, because there was one that looked like a star, but it looked like it formed its head. Oh, actually, no, you're right. It
There
could
was
be,
3 like little baby legendary. Well, like
Because Marshadow looks like a sad candle. It is like a total kind of millennial emo candle. Oh, there's Shell. Speaking of people who are always happy. But I think Cosmog's really interesting because it kind of gets its own wee storyline as well. Like, what's in Lily's bag? Oh, it's like a cloud with a face. You know, what's not to love about a cloud with a face? But I think that's quite interesting.
Yep. And another new Alolan form was confirmed, which is a Persian. Now pure dark type. Interestingly enough, and now has the abilities Fur Coat and Technician.
Aye.
It looks like it could be like maybe bulky. I don't know.
This looks the worst Alolan form.
Definitely isn't winning any awards with that face.
I think it looks like Craig.
Oh, fair enough.
But you get Technician, Craig, so there's always that.
No, not Stealth Rock though. That'll
You don't know.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it did actually from the
really?
the tutors and thingy.
But I think the Alolan Persian was just done to upset everybody. Deliberately,
I'm sure there's a small subset of people. Like, you know how for...
But you see it loads, you'll see it all over the joint. It'll be in VGC 2017.
Do you remember that first gen grass poison? Like the plant? Not Tangela.
No, that was grass.
Vileplume.
Vileplume, yeah. Remember, like Vileplume's like lore. Is it like it stinks? But like 1 in every 12,000 people. Is it the Gloom one?
Yeah, Gloom.
Yeah. There's like 1 in every 12,000 people actually like it.
Yeah.
They've just done that with a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like the royal family like this one ugly fucking cat, but then like the royal family's dead now, so it just wanders around like mauling people
Yeah, and it just
and looking really retarded in their
the thing
window.
about the fur coat thing, this is really important, is that Persian is reasonably, like, you know, kind of Kanto Persian is reasonably
Fast.
frail. It's fast, but it's frail. But I'd be really interested to see if
like a bulky-
if a lowland Persian is just a big, dirty, fat bastard of a cat that's
Bulky.
quite bulky, and even if it's
Like
still
a Purugly that's
Yeah.
been put through a weight training
Yeah.
program.
Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of like with the fur coat. Who had that? I forgot.
It was
Furfrou.
Furfrou, that was it.
Furfrou,
Yeah.
even
Like
then.
because that was really defensive.
Even then, if it still has the same stats as Persian, it can take a hit, which is incredible now because you have to focus Sasha or life orb it, and you knew it was going to go down. Like the one I use, I life orbed it, and I knew that it was really there for switching momentum with like U-turn and fake out. But now you might be able to switch in a Persian and go to town on people because as much as you don't have technician or anything like that, a couple of good attacks, maybe a status move or something, you don't have to worry about being hit.
If it learns knockoff, is knockoff weak enough to get a technician boost?
Yeah, I think so,
just,
yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, it's
Is it-
60.
is it
60 base
60?
damage, so it would stab as well. You saw my eyes there when I
Yeah.
thought about that. You know, that's a stab boost on top. Yes, I think we're
It
talking
can
here.
does
take
it.
a bulky hit, it can knock people's items off and get stabbed on that.
Well,
for
think
damage.
about it. If it's got fur coat, it can have technicians, so it's either or really. But
go with
people
a
might
bulky.
run it bulky if you think.
You get like bulky with a knockoff.
Give it
fake
a.
out.
Although there'll be, if you're going for pure power out of it, people might go full into attack, full into. But still, even without technician, you're still getting a bit of a massive hit because it's now same type attack bonus. So you might as well, like Robert's saying, run fur coat. You're still going to get a decent hit out of knockoff. I went to drink my juice there, and then I got so busy talking, I just put the top back on and put it in.
Excellent. Right. So yeah, now we're on to the last bit of the news we've got, and it's I've tenuously called it mechanics and lore because there's a little bit of both. Lore-wise, in the trailer, we got to see that previous gym leaders and like important characters, like NPCs from the earlier games, are going to be making appearances in this new battle tree. What I found interesting is that the Lower region seems to be a place that hasn't had a focus on official competitive battling.
Yeah.
Like you go to the Guardians as a rite of passage, so it's more like a spiritual thing about like in transformation and.
It seems more like kind of like an islander way. Like it's not about competitive like big businesses and that. It's more about spiritual rites of passage and beliefs in that.
But I like the idea that they're building a league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe the things that you do can affect it.
Well, that's what I've wondered. Like, this is not a long point I'm going to make, but when I saw them talk about, well, no, don't make that face.
Long by regular one or
Long by regular. When they've got the workmen there and saying, you can't come here just now, we're building the league, go away and come back later. Whatever they say. I reckon, I'm hoping so, and I'm going to put this out here, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, that you'll be able to build your own Elite Four, which we've been talking about, but I think it would be sweet if you chose who it was. If you decided, right, there's like, what's his face, Gladian, or whatever his name is, the guy that's part Team Skull, that's got type null.
Something, I don't know.
If you were able to put him there and he was like your normal type Elite Four trainer, you could challenge him and then go, you know what? Maybe, I don't know if people will end up going and fetching a trainer like that battle tree, maybe having Cynthia there, not as so much as a champion, maybe making her the dragon type trainer, because there's no gyms, so you can finally. I just wanted to see a normal type Elite Four member. That would be really cool. But if
And
you could actually decide who goes where, and it's not built into the storyline, you make that choice. And then if they don't bother doing it, and it's like an unfinished aspect of the game, like X and Y, then I'd be sad. But it'd be great for you to be the one that actually builds it.
And like sort of like Pokemon Go, maybe you could like leave a Pokemon there, like you're still like the leader of this.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can set
Or your
yourself
tier.
up as a leader rather than
Yeah.
choosing other people.
Think
yeah.
of yourself as part of the Elite Four. And
Like
then
you know,
just
you
have
can leave
random
your
trainers.
Pokemon
That
at
can
gym.
tie into the team downloading function that's available because you can now you can upload a team and people can download them and use them in certain things online.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just like a lore thing for that. Interestingly as well, one of the big lore things is that Red and Blue are visiting the islands as well.
Oh yeah, for the battle tree.
I don't think it's just the battle tree though. I think they might be part of the story. Just because, like, you don't see them when they do use the Pokemon. They're not in the Battle Tree battle.
Yeah.
It's outside. So I suspect that they are going to be people you visit to see on the way, and potentially become people you can fight. Or
Well, there's the other thing: is that protagonists in the Pokemon games. Whilst you've heard stuff like, like in Johto, you hear about 3 years ago this thing, what happened when a guy came out and he did this, and you're like, didn't describe it. Don't just say that to me. You know? But the characters are actually aging. Now we've seen the guy that was in the Johto games, the Team Rocket grunt who spoke really strange, reappeared in black and white, and he had a family. Like he actually had, his family had to have happened over a number of years, and apparently the characters that were in Black and White 2 were older.
that was about 4 years later.
Yeah, so if you think about it, Red and Blue look much older. Like
Cynthia still looks the same, like similar.
Cynthia's probably maybe not magic. She's probably got to that point in her like she's just going to get better as she gets older. She's probably in her mid-30s, you know, single mother now. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I imagine that Red and Blue, the focus here is going to be. They're probably going to say, they look like they might be in their late teens, early 20s. I don't think it's going to be like 15 or whatever. I think they're going to be old, and they're going to bring up the fact that it was so many years ago that they started their journey, and
20.
Yeah, and if they're in their 30s, then that would make sense. Like they were 10 when they started their journey, 20 years ago.
Nintendo, obviously, Sun and Moon is definitely a game made to celebrate 20 years of Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's why Red and Blue are in here. That's why we're getting new Alola
Trying to bring in Gen 1ers back to the game.
Like this game is there to celebrate 20 years. As much as a new game, it's also going to have a lot of nostalgia in it as well, which is what I'm looking forward to.
It's interesting as well because there's been like the Johto games and stuff like this. But maybe this is the genuine sequel to the Kanto games.
Well, having Red and Blue there as adults is basically confirmed lore, like essentially. Put them there.
It's like growing older confirmed, Josh and Craig. Just so you know, you guys will grow older.
It happens eventually.
Yeah.
Something I found pretty funny is in the trailer, and instead of dialogue, it's just ... for Red.
Yeah, he's still not saying anything. But I love that Gary translates for you. So that's going to be interesting to see if they're travelling as a pair.
They're also able to kind of totally break that.
And I know Oak probably won't return, but they could somehow. I don't know. How old will Oak be now?
Die soon. Oak's got to be about 100 years old.
Well,
here's my black cousin.
Could turn up like Joseph in Part 4.
It
could just be so.
That would be great. By the way, just a wee side note on that, I need to show you the Viz cover for the Part 3 hardcovers for JoJo's, because the Volume 2 is advertised now, and it's got the sickest looking Jonathan art on the front, Joseph art on the front. So fucking good. Anyway, that was my digression. So, the last bit we're going to cover is the new communication features, because they also talked about this as well. There's a lot of new stuff coming around, like local connections and internet stuff as well. So there's a new function called Quick Communication, which is basically a local wireless only option, and it gives you singles and doubles battle options. So basically it's nice and quick. You meet somebody on the street or at a convention or something like that, you can have a quick singles or doubles battle with them and fire it on, no problem. Next one is that in the festival plaza, which is covered in the trailer.
Shut up!
Don't tell us to shut up. We're recording a podcast. Right. Aye. Go figure your argument out outside. Breaking stuff. Right. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so in the festival plaza you'll have access to more in-depth online options, because that seems like it's going to be more like an online hub area. So that's going to be good. That's got singles, battles, doubles, as well as the new Battle Royale mode. So it's good to see that you can do that like with players outside of there online. So that's going to be good. Battle spots returning again, so you're going to get your like just competitive straight in online. It's going to have singles and battles options as well as Battle Royale again. Free battle will allow you to choose between whether or not you want to battle special Pokemon, such as legendary and mythicals as well. So you can now specify if you want to play people with everything or everything but the legends. So that's good. Last but not least, and this is the one that I like the most, the Battle Sport rating battle only has singles and doubles, but it also has a VGC ladder. So there will now be an official ranked one that plays by their normal rules, because I found in ORAS and things you couldn't play VGC rules online, which seemed a bit silly that you wouldn't have that as an option, because we tried to do that tournament, remember, and it didn't give us there. So we will now be able to run that as official, which is good, and then that'll update like special battle will. So that's definitely going to be good. So that's pretty much everything we've learned in the past week and a bit. Yeah, it looks like it's just the last couple of bits left on the list. But yeah, a lot of great news for that. I can only expect it to be more Pokemon, more like features and lore, and they'll be releasing more information as we get closer to the date. We here at the Olympia League, we're making preparations for getting ready for when the game comes out, so we like having these meetings and like hangouts and talking about games. And I made sure my live index was all sorted so that when Bank comes in next year I can just straight up complete
did that take
Pokédex.
over?
Yeah, I get it.
It took a very long time, but I work nights, so I get like 12 hours of peace and quiet. So yeah, we're also, one of the other things we're looking to do is we're looking to upgrade our media presence online. As you know, we've got the podcast coming out and we'll be keeping doing that. We're also looking to start raising funds to pick up a modded 3DS so that we can stream our games and record like gameplay footage and things as well. So sort of keep an eye out for that. We'll be looking basically for handouts for people like to fucking, if you want to donate a little bit to that, or if you want to start taking part in the tournaments we'll be running, so charging a couple of quid for entry to put towards equipment. And I'm also going to be, as some of you might know, I spend a lot of time building teams and breeding Pokemon. I really enjoy that sort of aspect to it, and before I've helped people out with a lot of good Pokemon and builds and things. So I'm going to be charging for that service now, but like to raise funds towards getting the equipment.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, I'm still trying to work out the specifics of it, but basically it'd be like £1 a Pokemon. If you want me to build you a battle ready Pokemon, it'd be like £1, and you'll be sorted out for that. And CJ's already paid for his team by buying me a Sakura keyring for £5, which was nice of him. I wondered why he's buying me that, but now the pieces are falling into place.
But it does make sense. We've got some people that come down to min-max games where we are just now, and other people as well who are kind of casual players and don't know so much about breeding. And like this is a big argument online. If you've seen the kind of these PokeTubers arguing about genning and stuff like that, and which we all know is totally bent, and you must be hung like a hamster if you do it. But because I can breed stuff and it's absolutely fine, I don't have any bother, but not everyone knows how to do it, and not everybody has got the time to do it, and also some people are just completely confused. And if you think, we've had some people here that they've given a special type Pokemon loads of physical moves because they thought that would work, it made sense to them, and then if you can offer advice and say, look, take off the physical move, put on a special move, or run it this way, you might find more success. A lot more people will feel comfortable about battling instead of people going, oh, I've not really EV'd or IV'd.
Yeah, well, that's
my
it.
team.
Like, if you want to get the meat and bones of it, you want to be able to just have your team go in and play. So my idea is that I'll give you the team, for a modest fee towards
a brief
it.
tutorial and say, look, we've given you all the things you need for this team to work. Now it's your turn to figure it out, which doesn't make you the best player. It doesn't mean you've got a big advantage. It just means that you're not going to have a total disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not going to be a week between you deciding you want to play a Pokemon match and you having a team to play.
Yeah.
I'll once I've got everything sorted out, there'll be great resources online. And the thing is, our information's free. I'm never going to charge anybody to tell you how to do it, and I'll show you how to do it yourself if you want to do it. But if you want to save yourself time, chuck us £1 towards our equipment fund, and I'll put together a Pokemon, or like a £5, and I'll do you a team. And that's that way we can see a benefit towards getting the equipment we want. You can get into battles quicker, and everybody can be happy.
Exactly. And in the days of X and Y as well, Robert, you were like running your poor Volcarona was like running around in circles. That and Vileplume running around in circles just breeding Pokemon for people. I don't know how many things you managed to breed for me.
I hatched over 6,000 eggs in X and Y.
Wow.
6,000 eggs. That was.
It was mostly for people. I just remember people. There was all the message
requests.
groups. People going, "Do you have this with its hidden ability?" And you were like, "Probably." And then within
I'll
hours,
try trading around and I'll have them. That's a good thing. Don't forget to join us in our Facebook group. The link will be in the description. We'll be talking about things. If you've got any questions about playing the game, or if you're looking for a particular Pokemon, we'll do everything we can so that you know how to play the game. You'll have the resources and things. But if you're looking for a shortcut, I'll be happy to help, and that's just the way we work.
And as fact as where builds are concerned and experiences and stuff like that, post them on the group as well.
It's ghastly.
Post them on the group, and everyone can discuss it, see what's maybe better to run it now. If you've got an interesting idea, why not put it up there and say, look, do you think this would work? Good idea, bad idea? There's going to be loads of new things to experiment with in the new game.
So we're now come to the end of this week's podcast. It's ran a little longer, but fuck it, we had a shit more to talk about, so that's good. Did you all about to say goodbye? Unless you've got anything else you want to quickly catch up with?
Nothing really to say.
When are you going to become a professor, Robert?
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Aye. I'm currently in the process of applying to become a Nintendo sanctioned Pokemon professor, so that Minmax Games will be an official Pokemon play venue. So once that's sorted out, we'll be running sanctioned Pokemon events, and what that means is that I can start giving people like basically incentives for coming down. So I'm still reading into all the things about it, but basically there's like effectively every time you come in you'll get like a score on your card, and then that goes towards getting you stuff.
Does that mean that you'd be able to start new trainers off with like their starter Pokemon as well? And
I don't know. I mean,
you'd have to pick a tree that's going to be your
is,
second name.
like,
that's true.
Professor Sequoia,
That'll probably be Professor.
What's your grandson's name?
Professor
Yes or no?
Redwood.
I forgot.
What gender am I?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Aye, so that's in the works, and we're hoping to really push Pokemon and make it a big deal here. So
So
that
if you do become Pokemon Professor, I'm going to be very sure that if
I
I
hope
try
I
and
get
use my
like a
bike
badge.
indoors, Robert will know about it.
I'll be on it.
If I try and use my fishing rod in the street,
If you try and
there's
use
a time and
any-
a place for that, Ewan, come on.
Aye. Like obviously, like I can't be everywhere because I'm not an actual omnipresent Pokemon professor, but I will be able to run sanctioned events, and that means Nintendo will give us swag, and we'll be able to like get into the ranked leagues, and you'll be able to visit like
brilliant.
official tournaments elsewhere as well.
Is there going to be gym leaders if this ends up happening?
Well, I
Yeah,
could
but
call
not-
it, that'd be great.
We could be, but it won't be like part of this official one. It's more like fun.
It'll
So
just
if you
be
wanted
fun.
to be a gym leader, we could do a local thing here.
Okay.
But yeah,
There goes your idea of a rock type gym. Then.
Yeah.
you can still just make yourself a rock team. I'm not going
Yeah.
to stop you.
Yeah, but then I get the name of Gym Leader Craig.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. You
Yeah.
call yourself gym leader Craig as you want.
Okay.
Aye.
I'm from Leader
Anyway,
Craig.
that's us. Well done.
Excellent. Well, have fun, folks.
Yeah,
that's
wherever you
all.
are.
This is bye
You can
from
hear us
Gym-
next week.
Gym Leader Craig.
Bye from gym leader Craig.
Jim Leader Craig.
Craig,
So
John.
goodbye from
And
Ewan.
Craig, Josh.
I'm cheaper.
You gonna say goodbye, CJ?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well.